No, don't do that either. Just hit me.
Or Kayla will look at you.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Hear how the UA celebrated the beginning of Homecoming Week.
See the different artists on display this year at Tucson's annual artwork show.
And learn about the self-defense classes near campus that are available to you. All this and more tonight on Wildcast.
Tonight, the Arizona Wildcats pull away with a 35-28 victory over the Nevada Wolfpack. They improved to 3-0 for the third straight season.
Welcome to Wildcast. I'm Alexis Liggins.
And I'm Sharon Fiddleman. Thank you for joining us tonight.
U of A's 100th homecoming has come to an end following a multitude of activities to keep both current students and alumni busy. Hundreds of alumni returned to town to celebrate activities including the homecoming parade, crowning of the homecoming king and queen, a pregame bonfire, and this week capped off with a Wildcat win over Colorado Buffaloes 38-20. It was an exciting week for most of the students, and we thank many of the alumni for returning to the U of A to celebrate.
For the past 3 years, the UA has lit up a mountain to kick off Homecoming Week. I visited this celebration, which got students and alumni in the homecoming spirit. Just before homecoming, the annual lighting of a mountain was performed. Every year to help kick off homecoming, the Student Alumni Association and the Bobcat Senior Honoraries presents Lighting of a Mountain. At the event, there was free food, entertainment, games, prizes, and a chance to meet the U of A cheerleaders. University of Arizona students, fans, and alumni all come together on the rooftop of Main Gate Garage and watch as the Senior Honoraries light the Big A. The lighting of a mountain all started from a 1914 victory over Pomona College, which led to the building of the Big A.
As the head of Lighting of a Mountain, basically what I have to do is set up everything for the event. So last year there was about 300 people in attendance, around 300 to 350, including students and alumni. This year we set a goal for 500, so that's what we were planning on, 400 to 500. Hopefully we'll meet that goal, but it's really a cool event because not only is it free, but it's open to everyone.
Reporting at the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Sheridan Fiddleman. I thought that was such an incredible way to kick off homecoming. And I was so honored to participate in the homecoming parade. You were in that too, right?
Yeah, I actually was in the parade with my sorority. It was a lot of fun. A lot of alumni were scattered throughout the mall, so it was a great turnout. The poetry published by a U of A professor, Joshua Matthew Wilson, has made it to the National Book Award finalist, which is one of the top honors in its field. The professor, who writes by the name Joshua Marie Wilkinson, runs a press called Letter Machine Edition, which published shortlisted piece Fred Moten's Fill the Trio. The press published at least two books a year, and often features work by U of A faculty Wilson. Wilkinson has many other awards, including his second book, Swamp Empathist, beginning the Best Named Author Book of the Year by Amazon in 2013.
Artwork is a Tucson-based program that provides art instruction and life skills to the community. Wildcast reporter Toby Schmidt visited Artwork's annual showcase event and discussed the impact of the program with the artists. Toby?
Once a year in the fall, the artists at Artworks hold an event to showcase and sell their work.
So Artworks is an art studio for 24 individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So once a year we show off to the public how great artists they are. And those profit goes to half stays here for run the program to provide the nice art materials, and half going to go back to their artists. So close to the Christmas time and holiday time, they can purchase their own present to their families, people that they love.
The event is held at their studio, which is on the corner of Helen Street and Vine Avenue, across from the Poetry Center.
The
The artists range from age 28 to 75 and meet 5 days a week to work on social skills, art skills, and interpersonal growth.
I just love telling art, and it makes me feel good.
It's wonderful. It's just so fantastic. And to understand that people, no matter who they are, can have talent. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have been to college. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've done lots and lots to have talent. And the people that come here for this program are fantastic.
Artworks is housed in the Department of Family and Community Medicine at the College of Medicine. Reporting from the University of Arizona for Wildcast, I'm Toby Schmidt.
Stay with us after the break for more on the self-defense classes offered around campus.
I'm Derek Williams, the former U of A Wildcat. You're watching UA TV. Don't change the channel.
Are you impatient with waiting so long for your food? Are you sick and tired of all these lines? Well, wait no longer, my fellow U of A students. At U of A, we now sponsor Tap & Go. Tap & Go is a mobile solution for avoiding all these lines. Tap & Go will start to prepare your food as soon as you submit your order and text you as soon as it's ready. And guess what? Tap & Go also works with delivery. Just tell Tap & Go where you are and he'll bring it right to you. So what are you waiting for? Just sign up with Tap & Go and you'll never have to worry about lines ever again. Make a new best friends today.
Welcome back to Wildcast. We started to feel the temperature drop last week and students are beginning to bundle up at night. We'll head it over now to weather reporter Virginia Beamer for an in-depth look at this week's weather forecast.
I'm student forecaster Virginia Beamer. Just another very warm, beautiful day outside today. Again, above average for this time of year, just like we've been seeing here pretty much since fall started. Our average is 76 degrees outside, but we were well above that into the low to mid 80s today. We're actually a lot closer to our nighttime low. We're in the mid 50s for our low. Our average is 48 degrees. Nowhere near either of our records. 91 was the record high set in 1934, and then 27 degrees as our low temperature in 1919. We had a pretty early sunset at 5:27 this evening. Now, if we take a look at tonight, we're going to see closer to average temperatures for our nighttime temperatures. Again, 55 degrees outside. Now, the reason that is because we actually don't have any clouds in our skies, so that means heat is actually able to escape into the atmosphere rather than just hanging around, keeping us pretty warm outside. Now, if we take a look at tomorrow, things are going to cool down a little bit more, still above average for this time of year, coming in at 81 degrees. Again, another warm and sunny day. We might see a few breezes into the afternoon as well with that. Now, if we take a look at our extended forecast, things are actually going to start to cool down later into the week. Wednesday, we get down to about 80 degrees, and then by Friday, we're at 78 degrees outside, and then Saturday topping off right at average at 75 degrees outside. Now, our morning lows are going to be right around average as we get later into Saturday as well, and that's a look at your Wildcast weather. Back to you guys.
U of A is one of many college campuses that offers a program called Stress Busters, founded by Columbia University over 18 years ago. The program is sponsored by the Campus Health Center. Students who find themselves feeling stressed, especially as we find ourselves approaching finals, can get a 5-minute back rub to help reduce their stress and anxiety. Stress Busters is also working on an app to provide calm music and noises, as well as how to relax videos. If you find yourself stressed out in the next few weeks, make sure to call Stress Busters.
Sexual assault on campuses are more documented and prominent than ever, but there are steps that can be taken to stay safe. I went out to see how places near the U of A can help you protect yourself. Kodokan Martial Arts is one of many locations in Tucson that offers self-defense classes specifically for women. With the help of props and punching bags, these ladies practice real-life scenarios and have to defend themselves from an attacker.
Eye gouging, kneeing in inappropriate areas, attacking the throat, biting. That's the kind of thing we want to teach, and we want to make sure that it's practical.
This is Chloe, and she has high-functioning autism.
1, 2, 3.
Her mom, Skywalker, says this class helps to control her breathing and balance, all while protecting herself. Walker developed a rape awareness program when she was in college to help teach women how to fight back and also stay safe.
We developed an escort service where there were people on foot and on bikes that would help girls get from their classes back to their dorms and back to their apartments.
Statistics say that 1 in 5 women and 1 in 8 men will have been attacked or sexually assaulted before graduating from their college campus. Caitlin Maney, a student at the U of A, says she has never been directly affected from sexual assault, but that her mother talks to her about how to stay safe.
I think it's a really good idea to walk with other people. Definitely don't walk alone at night. And it's not a bad idea to keep a knife or pepper spray with you.
With programs like the one Walker started, people should be aware of their surroundings and always have 911 on speed dial when walking by yourself.
Try to maintain breath control so that you also maintain being calm. While you're calm.
OASIS and the Women's Resource Center will be hosting a UA Summit on gender-based violence on Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the WRC Center located on the 4th floor of the Student Union. They'll be talking to students about sexual assault, dating violence, domestic violence, stalking, and discrimination on basis of gender nonconformity. They will also be talking about the different resources offered on campus for students and faculty. If you know anyone who is interested, please contact WRC or OASIS or call 520-0626-2051.
After the break, we are bringing you the latest in U of A athletics. Don't move.
All right, it's David Hasselhoff, the Hawk. Get Hawk with UATV. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial.
Hello and welcome back. On November 7th, the Wildcat Football team visited the Diamond Children's Medical Center. The patients were excited to see and meet many of the players. The Diamond Children's Center serves pediatric cancer patients, emergency and intensive care patients, along with providing a general child care services in a family-friendly environment. Thanks to the football team for making a difference in the lives of the kids at the hospital.
The Wildcats took care of Colorado this weekend, capping off 100th homecoming with a bang. We'll send it over now to sports reporter Joey Petrello, who has more on last week's in sports.
On its 100th annual homecoming, Arizona football silenced whispers of an upset by the Buffaloes of Colorado Saturday by the final score 38-20. Anu Solomon got back on track, tossing 4 touchdowns and 211 yards. The redshirt freshman also eclipsed triple digits on the ground for the first time in his young collegiate career with 105 yards. Samaji Grant was Solomon's go-to target all night, connecting 6 times for 83 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Battling injuries, Arizona running back Nick Wilson hadn't broke 100 yards since mid-September, but Saturday the true freshman ran for 153 yards on 21 carries. On the defense for Arizona, Scooby Wright led the team in tackles with 10, and Devin Holiday earned his first interception since August 30th, 2013 in the Wildcats' 35-0 Week 1 blowout over NAU. Well, let's take a look at the numbers by both parties split down the middle. The Buffaloes had more passing yards than Arizona, but thanks to Wilson, the Cats outrushed the competition by almost 200 yards. Also a donut. in that turnovers column, but for Colorado, not so much. There was 2 picks and as many fumbles, keeping the Buffaloes winless in the Pac-12. Here's what Wildcats head coach Rich Rodriguez had to say right after the game.
Okay. Happy to get that one. Proud of our guys. That's a well-coached football team that played hard, and getting a few turnovers after the first play. Our defense settled down, got a few turnovers. I thought New really competed well, ran well. His running was probably the difference for us offensively, and it's a good win. The nice part about the more you win, I told the team, the more you win, the more is at stake, and there's a lot at stake the next 3 weeks. But irregardless, our senior class gets to go out as winners, and to me, that's a pretty nice accomplishment for them.
Rich, you mentioned New's running. Is that something you think coaxing?
Day, the Arizona basketball team would endure its final test before the regular season tips off against Mount St. Mary's, an exhibition matchup with Cal Poly Pomona. The Wildcats came out sluggish in the first half, shooting just above 38%, giving up turnovers with miscommunications on offense as well. But Arizona sharpshooter Gabe York's hand got hot, and the Cats had a 7-point lead by halftime. In the second half, Arizona put it on and at one point led the Mustangs by 21. And when it was all said and done, York, Caleb Tarzuski, and Stanley Johnson were tied for the team lead in points with 12. TJ McConnell didn't score only 2 points, but he had 7 rebounds and 11 assists. After finishing the regular season with a 1-0 loss in Tempe to the Sun Devils of ASU, it wasn't clear if Arizona would be selected, but today, the Arizona soccer team was selected amongst 64 others to play in the Women's College Cup for the first time since 2005. The Wildcats will face Oklahoma State in the first round on Friday. That's it for sports. Back to Alexis and Sheridan.
As always, thanks for tuning into Wildcast. You can watch us anytime online at uatv.arizona.edu or on our YouTube channel, UATVCH3. And don't forget to like us on Facebook for breaking news on campus.
Make sure to tune in tomorrow night at 7:30 to watch Channel 3 Sports. We'll see you next week for another edition of Wildcast. Good night.